What is the responsibility to discipline oneself? Oh, this is the newest life lesson of the day. So, the reason why I discipline myself and why it's a responsibility is because if you aren't going to discipline yourself, then A, you haven't realized that you have that responsibility. But then B, because you don't have it, someone else does. And because someone else has that responsibility, then they're forming your version of discipline. And when someone can mold and influence your version of discipline, then are you responsible for yourself? That's what I found out. It was this whole thing about, you know what, where am I? What am I doing? How did I get here? Kind of a thing. Short story long. This has been the most eye-opening part of my life so far. When I realized, you know what, I can actually do certain things. Like, for example, if I choose to be, in a very honest sense, myself, in a very literal sense, someone who exists in their own world, and this isn't woo woo, super left field kind of stuff. This is just like, just the simple matter of it is like everyone's the main character kind of a thing. Then there's a responsibility that I have as the director, as the main actor, to set up my set and to put a cast together. And there's a score to my movie. And those are the things you more or less are responsible for. I mean, people do it on their own scale and their own version. They might have an employer, and that employer might give them a salary. Based on that salary, that determines who they're friends with, kind of restaurants they go to, kind of grocery stores they go to, what they call fun, what they do on their extra time. And I learned that I was like, wait a second, that's like a thing in what some people would call the real world. Like the choice between paying rent or having a mortgage. And I guess the responsibilities are different. I have to objectively look at it that way. And subjectively, everyone obviously has their own positions in life. It's just that the way I look at it is I understand kind of sort of why you're in that position. I also kind of sort of stand the responsibilities that come with that, but I also understand that you would have a completely different decision to make if you were born in a completely different place with a completely different responsibility in mind. I know that to be very much true. And so that's where my mindset's coming from, is like we could sit there and be like, oh, you know, so and so or my is what I was raised on. But so and so is also what I wish for. And it's like, well, one of the biggest life lessons I've learned being 24 is that the memories I have and the dreams I have are the same thing. And as simple as it could be, we're not going to talk about IQ scores or trust funds or anything like that, but as simple as it could be. And if you want more information about this, Brian Withers on YouTube. Just leave it at that. But short story long, you can imagine anything, but whatever you're imagining is meant for you. And if someone else happens to share that same core memory and it's like a frequent recurrent thing, then that's why you get married. Or that's why you stay together forever. Because you guys happen to be envisioning the same thing. That's what happy marriages are. And when two different people have two different ideas about what's going on and where they want to go, do they stay together? So that's that's the thing about it. It's like it's a discipline act. All of this, it's a personal responsibility. Just in the same way that being happy is an inside job. Just in the same way that having a biceps is an inside job. Just in the same way that being able to type 100 words a minute inside job. Like it's a personal responsibility. So keep that in mind. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything left on the plate for me to hand to you, but until then, take care. All the best.